Hey, everybody. Welcome to Keeping It Spiritually Simple. I'm your host, Sandy. Hope you all are doing well today. It is my honor to have Salini on. She is a divine mother, an advanced Reiki practitioner, and all kinds of things. If you follow her, you know that she is in her own divine right as a divine feminine being, here to bring awareness and restore energy to this planet. And she has recently hosted something called Return of the Divine Feminine, which is now playing on Gnostic TV. And we're actually here to kind of talk about that and maybe promote a little bit about that so that you all could have an opportunity to join the speakers that she hand selected to be on there to give diverse opinions about energetics right now, divine feminine, masculine, what's going on in the world, our personal takes on things, and hers as well. So, welcome, Salini. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I'm really glad to be here.
Well, it's always fun chit chatting with you, girlfriend. It's always
Yeah,
fun. I wish we were neighbors. We'd probably be
I
like,
know.
hey, I'm coming over for a cup of coffee. And
Yes,
then hours
would.
later, days later,
I might have to take a trip up there just to have a cup of coffee,
well,
with you.
you would be always be welcome. All right, so let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about the energies. Let's talk about what brought on wanting to do the series of Return of the Divine Feminine. Why is it so important now that this information really get out there so people could hear it?
Well, I think what's happening is a global imbalance of divine masculine and divine feminine, in that the world has primarily been run, Sandy, on male distorted yang energy, the violent masculine, perverted, distorted energy, which is about war and greed and violence and rape and all the things that are, dominating and taking and conquering and destroying. And that's the yang energy gone crazy, the male energy gone crazy. We need to return to get the men to be back in their sacred masculine. And the way that is accomplished is by the allowing the divine feminine to flood through the energy field of the planet. And when that happens, it's a heart healing that happens, and it's a soul healing that happens. And because the divine feminine is about love, nurturing, creating, intuition, calming, influence, nourishing, and creating life. Whereas this distorted male is about destroying life. And that's not really what the male function is about, is supposed to be about. They're supposed to be our protectors. And when the divine feminine is properly protected by the sacred masculine, and she can abundantly create. And then she is the creator. She's the one that brings food and sustenance and life and plants and animals and people into existence. She is the creator of life. But she needs to have a safe nest around her, which is what the male's purpose is. He's also supposed to worship her yoni, the female organs, because it's a portal to the divine. Our bodies are a portal to divine. And that's what our womb is about. That's what our cervix, our eggs and everything is like a nest inside of our body where we can continue to reproduce life. And when a man understands that and can worship our organs, which he can understand that it's a portal to the divine, then it's something to be sacred. It's a sacred ceremony. Like in ancient times, the indigenous tribal people would worship the female. They knew they didn't kill their women, they didn't rape them. They worshiped them because they knew that without their female members of their tribe, they didn't have a tribe. The women are giving birth to the men. So the men in the tribe understood, it's a cycle of life, just like the trees go through, in the fall, the leaves fall off and it looks like it's dead and then it comes back again. And all throughout nature, you have this cycle of life. And it's always the female trees and plants and animals that restore life in the spring. That's when all the babies are born in the spring, and then the native people understand all of the natural cycle of life. But right now, the males of the planet are really locked into this violent cycle. That has to end. because it's going to destroy humanity. And we're at the point where humanity will be destroyed with this war that has begun, because we have the capacity to do it with nuclear bombs and weapons. So once we allow the divine feminine back into the consciousness and the hearts and the souls of mankind, humankind, you're going to see the calming influence and the healing influence that it has. And then we're going to start restoring things again, and building, creating, having life again, instead of starving and destroying and eliminating things. So that's what we need to do, Sandy. We need to get this divine feminine energy rolling through humanity again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the time to align is now, is what Spirit keeps saying over and over and over and over again. The time to align is now. And we've all come here to awaken, to expose ourselves to newer information. And it's not just about bringing the past back and resurrecting it into the future. It's about creating new. And we create new through our divine feminine energies. We need the masculine there, absolutely. And let's make sure that we're correcting this too. We're not talking about women with a vagina, men with a penis. We're talking about energies. Females' bodies come in generally with more feminine energy. Masculine will come in with more of masculine energy, but the two have to balance each other. We've been out of balance for way too long. And we've been built on this sexual hedonism, this energy of take, conquer, kill, oppress, suppress. We've been on this, you either believe what I believe or we take your life kind of thing. So the sensuality and the energies to recreate have been stifled and snuffed out to almost non-existent. We only have a glimmer of it. And then we're brought into, I think, what our media wants to tell us what feminism is and masculinism is. And we're all massively confused by all these programs. So just clearing the whiteboard, clearing our bodies of these old memories, releasing the wounds, the traumas, which are from the masculine side of fight, flight, freeze, stumble, mumble, trip over, fall behavior, right? Conquer, be the end all be all. It's taken the warriorism of the original feminine woman and placed it on over to man, which has been more of the killing fields. Is how Spirit shows me. So we are at this point now where your information and other information are critical to counterbalance what has been going on for thousands of years. Thousands of years. And I mentioned to you off camera, Spirit showed me, about a week or so ago, I was walking, and usually it's when couples come together, it's always a sexual play. It's always a sexual, design to attract each other, right? And it's always using those sexual organs. And so we are changing from that to using the lock and key of the heart versus the lock and key of the sexual organs. So it's just taking us to a higher elevation, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, into divine source light beings, so that we're expanding that sensual sexual energy into what I call the feminine energy, which is in all of us. It's just been snuffed. It's been, the dimmer switch has been down so low. We need to get a hold of it and open it up, which is why people like you are bringing this information forward and creating this platform that you brought forth, these strong, beautiful women that came forth to speak on Return of the Divine Feminine on Gnostic TV.
Right. Well, what we're doing when the feminine is allowed to express herself is we're raising the frequency here, the vibration here. And once that happens, like you just so eloquently stated, we move the energy. It has to be at least at the heart level, because the three chakras below the heart are the physical chakras. The heart chakra is the bridge between the divine and the earth. And from the heart chakra on, from the heart chakra on up are the divine frequencies. So when the female energy comes in, she starts to rise the frequency of everybody's consciousness. And then that's when people just naturally stop killing, because you're in the heart. You want to love instead of kill. And that's what we're about. That's why we are the mothers of the children, because we love the children and we don't want to kill the children. We love the children and we don't want to send children to war. So, our consciousness needs to shift over to that loving mother energy. And that's why I called this Return of the Divine Mothers, because the divine mothers are here. We've returned. We're going to make our presence known. And, we might have to knock down a few walls and a few glass ceilings to get in, but we're here, we're not leaving, and we're going to restore this to balance. So I have the graphic I can pull up. Shall I go ahead
Sure.
and do that? Okay, you need to let me do that by making me the host.
I don't know how to do that.
You just have to make me the host. I think that's on
Share screen.
yeah.
Share. Okay.
Okay, but that's your screen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so make it so that I can share.
Um, I don't know how to do that. Should I go into more?
Well, I can send it to you. Basically, I want you to pull up the seminar that we did.
Yeah.
So you want to stop the share, and I'll send it to you on the chat, and then you can put it up.
Sorry about that. I'm learning about technology. I'm not so
That's
savvy
okay.
yet.
So here I'm going to send this to you right now in the chat, and then you click on it and share it.
So I go into the chat and then I hit the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you have the link up, then you hit share screen, and then you click on this again.
All right. It's not doing it for me. Sorry. If I hit the link, just the link shows, but doesn't tell me. Now you want me to go down, hit share screen?
Yeah, on Zoom, you go share screen, and then you'll see it in the background, and then you can click on it.
I'm sorry. It's not letting me do that or that I can find it.
Okay.
My
Well,
apologies.
I was trying to show the graphic and then maybe play a minute of the seminar itself. So I don't know if you have a picture of it or anything, but the seminar that we just sponsored is called The Return of the Divine Mothers. It's on Gnostic TV. And if you click on it, you'll see there's a group of very powerful divine mothers that have shared their belief systems and their work that they're doing in the world, which is quite substantial, to heal and restore and to bring the truth and all the different things. Each of these women has a gift of, one, including yourself. And that gift shows that with the world, what's possible if we actually bring in divine mother energy again.
Yeah, it was a very powerful group of women that you brought together of all different backgrounds with all different things to say and contribute. I was honored to be a part of it. And I look forward to people just tuning in and sharing and expanding their awareness, because we really have to have more of this energy on the planet. And remember, the feminine energy isn't there to change anything. It's there to observe, it's there to be in place, to bring peace within that placement, and which exudes nothing but love.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not there to lasso people into our belief systems, and convert and solicit others to believe in that way. We're more about, hey, how about another opportunity to look at an alternative way to think of something? And divine feminine energy goes based on feelings. You're getting into that innate God source voice, feeling, seeing, and sensing from within you versus that external outer world of conquering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, all this war and violence and everything and killing and all the sacrifice that's going on with the blood cults, that has to stop. I mean, this planet has been run on the sacrifice of humans for quite a long time. And we need to end that. The mothers will end that. We're going to bring peace to this planet again. We're going to protect the children. We're going to save humanity. That's what
Mm-hmm.
we're all about. So, so that's what we were doing. And we've got the link here. You can put it at the bottom of your screen if you after this interview. It's called gnostictv.com/programs/the return of the divine mothers. And in it, for a very small price are some interviews with some powerful ladies that are going to inspire you. It's an inspirational seminar. So
Yeah,
I
and let's
recommend it.
talk about that for a minute because, these platforms cost money to promote because you've got to pay for the search engine and all kinds of staffing and so on and so forth. So when you get 9 hours of recorded something for $59, you're that's pittance to pay for what it takes to actually produce something like this. So, before you kind of throw up your heels like $59, everything on YouTube is free. It's like that's not necessarily true. There are some things you have to upgrade so that you can hear more deeper information that's available to you. And that's what Gnostic TV is doing by producing your event, Return of the Divine Feminine. So someone can listen to it as much as they want. They basically can hear bits and pieces, choose who they want, and then they can share it with themselves and their family.
Right. And you might want to mention that there is a $10 coupon, so you can get it for $49. And,
Okay.
and that's available when you click on it to pay. There's a coupon that says somewhere there that says $10 off. And you need to understand, yeah, that producing these are high quality videos. They're like a professional TV show. And it costs thousands of dollars to produce a seminar like this. It costs the Gnostic TV thousands of dollars. So, somewhere in there, you got to, recoup your costs. I purposely made it as cheap as possible because most of these seminars are costing $197 now. That's sort of the going rate. And I said, no, it's just too much money. Everybody's going through so much. Let's just make it really reasonable. And, that way it's affordable to everybody. I mean, that's not a lot. And I know we're all up
Right.
against these high prices with groceries and gas and stuff like that, but I just want to inspire people right now. And I want to get people thinking about what it means to have the divine feminine energy back in the planet. What does that really mean? What does that really feel like?
Well, the other thing too is it's uncensored when it's private and you pay for it. People aren't realizing that. So many things were censored when we
Oh,
put
yeah.
out videos on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or I mean, you're reviewed, you become out there in the public where, you're ridiculed for everything or you were taken off because the AI bots behind it and those powers that be that own these platforms have the right to censor you, to beep you out, to take you off, to fine you, or just delete your video, or worse yet, let your video up and not allow it to circulate. So when you're purchasing things like this off Gnostic TV, you're getting an uncensored, heartfelt version from someone that somebody else can't take down. And that's worth paying for, in my opinion.
And you're going to hear some truths that you won't hear anywhere else. Some of
Yeah.
these people like Laura Eisenhower and Akura have been to, higher dimensional realms. And so have I actually. And you can't talk about this stuff anymore you're going to be censored on YouTube. So it's important. What we're talking about is really, really massively important. Laura talks about the galactic history of this planet. And most people don't know the true galactic history of this planet, which is really incredible. We are descended from other planets that were destroyed by the dark forces. And I mean, it's like Star Wars. Star Wars is the real deal. And Laura talks about the real history of this planet and how we got to this point. So people don't know their own origin, their own human origin, and we talk about that. So I just really highly recommend that people take a listen. It's better than going to school or you won't get any of this in the university. This is the future true teachings of humanity that are going to become the curriculum of the future. I really think so.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think these platforms are going to become mainstream, that we're going to belong to, where we can hear uncensored information and more information that gives us an education into another point of view. And, I was thinking about, what you were saying about coming from different origins. And you just think about it when you're a child all the way up to whenever, you're always mesmerized by the stars, by the sky. And why is it that you could sit there at any age and just stare at the night sky or the day sky, and you're almost revived? It's almost like it's this life force that comes
It
through
is.
you, and it's like you have this longing to understand more about what's out there and what's available. And we are now becoming at this point where we're able to start talking about things. And of course, they want us to be censored so that the information can't be spread. And that's the beautiful thing about having platforms like this. We can give you little snippets and then send you over to other platforms where you can get more information that's uncensored. So I really do encourage everyone to, take the $59, take a $10 coupon, get it for 49, get 8, 9 hours of amazing information from amazing women. And I'm just so proud to be a part of that. And hopefully it awakens and sparks the cellular system within each of us so that you can dive in a little closer to your cellular path.
That's exactly it. It's going to be activating your
Mhm.
own cellular memory and your DNA, by the way, because we divine mothers are bringing in the pure DNA. And that's going to restore us back to the original humans that have been genetically mutated over time by intruder races. So that's what's going on, sister.
Oh, yeah. Now, before we sign off, is there anything else you want to share with everybody that's listening?
Yeah, just that I'm going to be teaching Reiki 1 and 2. That's coming up. And if you don't have any other money or time or whatever, you might want to try reading my book because it's all in here. Emerging from the Matrix, Healing Human Trauma and Ending Global Enslavement. It's available on Amazon. And I explain what's happened on the planet and how we've gotten suppressed and how to get out. It's got tons of healing stories. And in the back, it's got the 22 steps to soul transformation or awakening. And so yeah, and Reiki is a path to spiritual awakening. It's not just a healing modality. Most of the practitioners and teachers, or some of them anyway, are not teaching the authentic teachings because they were not taught properly. I'm the original, with the original Grand Master, Hawayo Takata, and I am now the Grand Master of Reiki. And so I take it very seriously, and I teach people how to awaken through Reiki. And it's also going to break up the mind control that's been put on everybody on this planet. So that's going to be Reiki 1 and Reiki 2 in this next coming weekends. If you're interested, you can go to my website, salini.love, and click on the mystery school, and you'll see Reiki, and you can purchase it there.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad that you can share all that information in a different way to people. It heals thyself and it heals others, but it's educational and it does awaken you on a cellular level once again. So once you're awakened on a cellular level, then you have an idea of your footings and what path to start going down that provides you with optimal cellular opening on what your path might be that's more suitable to you here on this planet. So everybody, I'm going to have the Gnostic TV link in the description. This will get posted out on Salini's Facebook and YouTube. It'll be on mine. I look forward to each of you purchasing and seeing us there, leaving us your comments, sharing these videos with people who might like to hear it. So much shout out and love to my sister Salini and to each and every one of you, because even if we want to keep it spiritually simple, this is a lot bigger than us, and we need a lot of us together to chain together, join hands, and to share the information in unity and love collectively.
Sounds good to me. I second that motion.
All right, sister. Say goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Namaste, everybody, and Om Namah Shivaya.
Yes, hang tight there. I think I stopped it. Hold on. Keep saying recording. Hold on. Just gonna push end, Salini. I may have to end out of this.
That's okay. Whatever you got to do.
I don't know why it's not doing this for me, but it's not letting me stop it. Hang on, maybe I can do